Okay. Our last okay, the next topic that we're going to be talking about is having a controlling behavior. And so what do you guys think about that in terms of marriage and especially a dating relationship, because I think it applies to both, because you know it seems like I hear that a lot, is like, oh, this person, I just felt so controlled by them. So what does that mean, and how does that relate to relationships?
I think controlling behavior goes hand in hand with being self-centered. I know for me, I have a plan of what I think should happen maybe on that day, and I just go forward without thinking of other people, because I'm confident that what I think is the way things should be, and what other people think is not as important. That's kind of really what's deep in my heart, even though I probably wouldn't want to admit that. So for me, not being controlling, involves me basically thinking about other people's feelings as I carry on in maybe a leadership role, or just as I carry on in a one-on-one relationship.
I think it's interesting to try to, especially in a dating situation, to try to put yourself in situations that you could see how people control. Because everyone has a controlling personality in one way or another, whether it even be total servanthood or they're a Mary or a Martha. You could still be controlling and be a complete servant. So you need to understand what we mean by control. Controlling personality over the other person in that they are self-centered, like Zach said, or controlling that their way is the highway, no matter which way, again, what Zach said. But we want to evaluate the personality, especially during dating. I think that you could put yourself in a lot of situations and see how they control it, and talk about that. Talk about that.
I think too, in a dating relationship, there's not always established security. I mean, you're not engaged yet, you're not married yet, but you're getting to know each other, and sometimes as women, or as females, if without that security of the commitment or the certainty of an established relationship, we're afraid, or I might feel afraid to speak up for myself, and so I can put myself or let myself stay in a relationship where the other person is acting a certain way towards me that's not affirming, that's not respectful of me as an individual, and the working together of being unselfish and thinking what's the best for each other. And so maybe those are things to look for in a relationship, or the way we're being treated.
One other thing is you probably don't understand each other's values. Let me give an example. You're out having coffee, tea, and you want to go home, and you want to take a taxi, and that's an important value to you because you want to save money. Well, no, you like to spend money, really. And then the bus is to save money. So one of you wants to go in a taxi, and it's more expensive than taking the bus. Now you have a conflict of values. And so the controlling person says, we're taking the bus, we're saving money. Whereas the person who's taking the taxi wants the comfort, wants the evening to end really well, wants to be able to talk in the taxi on the way home. And so now there's a fight because one's trying to control with their values. So I think what we're all saying, Zach and Tony and Lisa, is that you need to discuss the values when they come up. It's not the end of the relationship because you had a fight about going home in a taxi or bus. But what's behind the fight is what's important to you, what's your values, and that's usually what a controlling person is. Mine's the only right value, and I don't care about anybody else's values. So you can pick up real easy if they're interested in you, if they ask you about your values. That's important.